Hello everyone, welcome to the first session of the Introductory Artificial Intelligence course. In this session, we're going to look together at what each part of ChatGPT's artificial intelligence does, and then we'll review which models are available and what each one is best suited for. Before we start the course and dive into the different parts of ChatGPT, I should tell you that these sections are intended for people who have never used ChatGPT before, or those who have used it but don't fully understand what each part does. And in these videos, we will explain all the features of ChatGPT step by step and show what each section does. So if you have already worked with ChatGPT AI before and are familiar with all its features, you should wait for the next parts of the introductory course, where in each session we will explain an important ChatGPT tool to you and show you how to use it in the most practical way possible. Alright guys, we go to Google and search for ChatGPT. A bunch of pages will come up. If you click on chatgpt.com, you'll go directly to this page. Now you can either log in or sign up, but for now we're going to click on login. It gives us a few options, and if you click on continue with Google, the Gmail account that's already on your Chrome will automatically connect and you'll end up on a page like this. This is where all the cool things you can do on this page begin. On the left side, we see a set of tools and several pages. The first one is ChatGPT itself, and if you click on it, a new chat will open for you and you can start a new conversation. Below that is Sora and ChatGPT's own image generator, which previously only had the ability to create videos. But in this new update, which really caused a stir, they've added image creation as well, which is really awesome and comes with a lot of cool features that we'll be exploring together in this course. The next section is the library, which is a new addition, and it displays all the images we've created with Sora or ChatGPT together here for us. And the last option is Explore GPTs, which features a collection of pre-made and customized GPTs that users themselves have created. Now for every business or specialty, you can find a dedicated GPT or even create your own, which we'll also be exploring together in this course. The lower section also shows you a history of all the chats you've had in the past, and you can search for them here or go back and continue any of those chats. Now, since I just created this, there aren't many chats in it yet. We also have this option at the top, which is the same as new chat. If you click on it while you're in another chat, it will open a new chat for you and the previous chat will be added to your chat history. The option next to it is the search function. So if you have any chats and you're looking for a specific word, you can search for it there and it will bring up all your chats. If you click on this sidebar option, it will close this window for you and let you fully focus on chatting. Now we get to the exciting part, where all the good things happen. Here you can chat with ChatGPT and ask it any question or give it anything you want. You can even talk to it in English. You can even talk to it in Finglish or in Persian or any other language. Well, the first option, which is the plus sign, lets you attach one or more files. These could be images, text files, Excel files, or any other type of data. It doesn't support video yet, but you can attach other types of files and then give it the command or request you have. The next icon is Create Image, which you can turn on, then give it a text or a prompt and ask it to generate an image for you. This is also a new option. Previously, it used a different model for image generation, but now they've updated it and it's become really impressive. Its accuracy is very high and overall it has become very practical. The good thing is that you can simply ask for an image through conversation. It understands human language and creates the image you need based on that. The next icon is the search option, which you can turn on and then submit your request. After that, ChatGPT searches through different pages and blogs or even Google itself. It finds anything related to your question and presents it to you in a list. It even cites the source for you, showing from which website and where it gathered the information. The next icon is the Canvas feature, which is really useful for coding or for handling very long texts and editing a series of lengthy texts. You can have them all on a new page and then edit them either as code or as text, add comments, and overall this feature is very helpful for programmers. The next icon you'll see is the Deep Research option, which free users are able to use up to 5 times each month. It's a somewhat restricted feature, but you can ask it absolutely any question or topic you have in mind about anything at all whenever you need for your curiosity or research purposes. It goes and searches through a vast amount of data and brings you all the useful and interesting information that could be helpful for you. And well, this is a cool feature too, but as I said, it has a limit and you can't use it too much. The next icon is the Reason option, which gives ChatGPT the ability to think after you ask a question before it gives you an answer. It even shows you how it arrived at your desired answer, what data and methods it used, and overall, it's a pretty cool feature. Basically, before answering you, it does a bit of reasoning and thinks briefly and then gives you the answer. In other words, it doesn't just answer you with the information it was programmed with. It's one of those features that many people overlook, but it can really tailor the ChatGPT experience to our needs. The Customize section for ChatGPT is in the settings. You can set up ChatGPT so that it responds to you in the style, manner, and language you prefer. So, how do we activate it? Let's check it out together. In the top right corner, you'll see your profile, and if you click on it, a window will open. The first option is Upgrade Plan, so if you're on the free version, you can upgrade to the Plus version. The next option is Customize GPT, which allows us to personalize our GPT and give it a set of instructions that it will use in all chats. The first option asks, "What can I call you?" So here, we write our answer, Academy. The next option asks you a question. It means who are you or what is your identity? You can hear, so I wrote, which means, that means you take your exams. For example, we are a creative content producer and we create content for brands. This will help you ask him any questions later. It will give you a personalized answer based on your target audience and the work you do. In the next option, you can specify the tone of ChatGPT, for example, whether it should be creative, talk a lot, or talk less. Or for instance, you can have it speak in an old-fashioned or traditional style. Now we tell it to speak as it normally does, not to be overly verbose or exaggerate, but to be smart and creative, to think outside the box, to consider things that people usually don't think of, something unique, so that we can get a really good answer from it. The next option also asks us if there's anything else we wanted to know about us, and here I've written something for it. Whenever I ask you about any topic, I'd like to get creative ideas from you. If you open the last option as well, you'll see the same features we reviewed together earlier, and now you can enable or disable them. So what's the use of this? It helps ChatGPT get to know you better, so its answers become more accurate, it saves you time, and you won't have to explain certain conditions to it every single time. And the point is, you can change, update, or disable these settings whenever you want. Now together we can review the free and paid features of ChatGPT, which previously used to show us right here which models we could use. Even in the free version, but now it seems like they've combined everything together and just show us a regular ChatGPT and a Plus version. If we click on Plus and go to the personal section, it shows us which models are free and available to use, and also what features the Plus and Pro versions offer. In the free version, we have some limited access, but honestly, it's pretty good for getting started. You can chat with it completely for free, upload up to 5 files per day and ask questions, and generate 3 images per day. But the rest of the features are limited, and you can't use them much unless you have the Plus version. In the Plus version, everything becomes free for you, and you can upload unlimited images, ask various questions, get different articles from it, and generate a large number of images and videos with it. Now, I've generated a lot with it and still haven't reached any limit, and I can keep generating. You can also use all its new models, like reasoning, deep search, and all the new models that will come out in the future. You can test all of them, and you can even create your own custom GPT. In the free version, there's no option to create a custom GPT at all, and even if you want to use different custom GPTs, there's still a limit and you can't use them much. Now, most of these limits that I mentioned are daily, and after 24 hours they reset so you can use them again. Now let's move on to the smart and powerful tools of ChatGPT. So I checked, and in the free version it doesn't show these models completely. That's why I use the Plus account, so I can introduce all the models and explain which one is good for what purpose. So the first model on the list is GPT-4o, which is a really awesome and cool model. All the images that are created with ChatGPT are made using this model, and it's also an expensive model in terms of tokenization and token usage, meaning it consumes more tokens compared to the other models. It answers every question. The next model is the O3 model, which is good for advanced reasoning. That means for certain codes and specific types of reasoning, if you ask it questions, it can give you good answers. The next models, Author Mini and Author Mini High, are similar to the O3 model, but they are faster and cheaper in terms of token usage, which makes them useful for the same types of reasoning and visual reasoning tasks. But when it comes to content creation, script writing, or things like content calendars, GPT-4o has still been better than all of them so far. Previously, for this particular model, there was only GPT 4.5, which is a limited model and you could use it only 5 times a day. Even if you want to have Plus, it's good for writing and ideas, and its research mode is really amazing. It gives you some answers that other models just can't provide. So if you have a question that you couldn't solve with other models, you can use this one. And now the newer models like GPT 4.0 and 4.0 mini have also come out, and they're good for quick coding and fast analyses. The GPT 4.1 and GPT 4.1 mini are very good for everyday tasks and are faster than the GPT-4 model, which is the most expensive model of all. Overall, these last two models are the newest ChatGPT models and are the fastest ones you can use, but they still don't have the ability to generate images, and the only model in ChatGPT that can create images is GPT 4.0. Now you know where to find things in the ChatGPT interface and which AI model to use for your specific task. In the next part of the course, we'll learn how to communicate with ChatGPT and get the best possible answers.